They are relatively few in numbers, and their work at the tip of the spear is dangerous. They are the brave men and women serving in America's special operations. They get the call when other political or military considerations are ruled out. But there are other heroes who also sacrifice for our freedom. They are the families of our military.
My dad was a sergeant major in the Army and a Green Beret Ranger in Special Forces. And growing up with a father that is in Special Forces is a little bit different, I think, than growing up with a father that's not in the military, or especially not in Special Forces. You know, he would leave at a moment's notice and we wouldn't know that he was going to be gone in the morning or when he was coming home sometimes. And so that was a little bit challenging.
I'm currently a mom of two. My daughter is 6, my son is 4, so it's a full-time job now. I stopped working after Sean was killed, and I decided to stay home and take care of them.
Special operators lost in the line of duty often go largely unreported. It is the price of secrecy. Families of fallen or wounded special operators face both short-term and long-term crises. The Special Operations Warrior Foundation supports the families of special operators wounded or killed in action or training. Whether it's a sudden need like airfare to visit a wounded warrior who has been hospitalized, or a long-term need like college tuition for the child of a fallen warrior, the Special Operations Warrior Foundation offers more than financial support.
When I lost my dad, I felt lost in the world. And so they stepped in and said, we want to pay for your school. We want you to become something. We want you to be everything that your dad would have wanted you to be. They paid for my books, my school. They were there for me. They're like a second family to me.
The Special Operations Warrior Foundation means a great deal to me, and it's not just monetary things. There's a few people here that were there for me right away. They built a great, they gave me the hope that I could have somebody else that takes the place of Sean. I built great friendships, and they'll never replace what I had with Sean, but I had somebody that I knew outside of my family that cared about me, that cared about my family, that cared enough to want to see my kids grow. And no matter where we went, no matter what we did, no matter what decisions happened, they've always been there.
Our servicemen and women deserve to be recognized and supported, and their families do too. Knowing their families will be taken care of by organizations like the Special Operations Warrior Foundation makes it easier for them to be so far away, protecting our country. The Special Operations Warrior Foundation is unlike other organizations serving military members and their families. Dedicated to the families of Special Operations personnel, this nonprofit actively seeks out families who could benefit from the Foundation's services.
The thing that makes us different than other foundations, and there has been a growth of foundations since 9/11, obviously. But the thing that I always want to stress that makes us different is that we truly, truly want to become part of that family. And the difference there is that we are in contact with them from the very beginning that we contact them. We stay in contact with that family. We're doing everything we think that the dad would have wanted been doing for them. And that's not raising money, that's doing the job that we said we're going to do.
Families who receive assistance from the Special Operations Warrior Foundation are eager to express their gratitude.
The Special Operations Warrior Foundation, has helped me in many ways, and I've seen the impact of what it does for a lot of my other friends. And the Warrior Foundation helped me by, providing monetary support to my family so they were able to come visit at the hospital, and that's something that, means more than I can ever say in words, and I'm very passionate about that. And just like in the military, how the people in your team, people you serve with, they become your family. This foundation, you can see that that closeness in family from the people who work here, you see it, and the people they deal with who, you know, are helped by this foundation.
I graduated in 2006, and now I'm currently working towards my master's at UCF in Orlando. And I work for New Morris Children's Hospital in Orlando, working in the rehab department. The help that they've given me and so many other kids like me, it's undescribable how important it is to feel acknowledged and to have the memory of your father remembered, and to have the opportunities that your father would have wanted you to have had he survived.
It's not just a college education, it's a foundation. It's a good, solid, positive, moral backing foundation. That's what they give to my children, and that is priceless. There are no words and no amount of thank yous that could ever replace that. This is not a foundation that just gives you handouts. This is a place that's beside you.
The Special Operations Warrior Foundation has received a coveted 4-star rating from Charity Navigator. The foundation was awarded this top honor for its transparency and accountability, a clear demonstration of its commitment to military families.
We're not about just raising money. We're not about just tweaking their heart and saying, open up your wallets. We're about accomplishing the mission we set out to do, and that is to make sure that your children, should you lose your life, will get a college education and a chance in life. And that's one thing that comes out of their rucksack they don't have to worry about. They know we're going to do that.
The families of Special Operations Forces play a large role in our national safety. Support them by supporting the Special Operations Warrior Foundation. Visit us online at specialops.org.